Sahana vavatu Sahano bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the Lord protect us. May He nourish us. May we acquire the capacity to study and understand the scriptures. May our study be brilliant and may we not cavil at each other. Om, peace, peace, peace unto us all. Dear brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to all of you. We welcome all of you for the online satsang of the Sri Sathya Sai Baba Center of Arcadia. And today we are resuming our study circle on the Sutra Vahini. This is the commentary on Brahma Sutras which are given by the sage Badarayana. And there are a lot of bhashyas or commentaries. One of the major things is Shankara Bhashyam. There are many. And here we are fortunate and blessed. The avatar himself has given us the beautiful commentary because they give the inner meaning of the scriptures. Because a lot of us know the literal meaning, but in spiritual statements or scriptures, the more important is inner, and even more important than inner meaning is divine meaning. It is called Paramarthika Satyam, or the divine truth. So we started the Sutra 7, which says Heyatva Avachanach. So which talks about mainly about the Brahman and the divine will. So last time when we discussed, just we started the first section wherein we said everything is Brahman. Everything came from Brahman, stays in Brahman, and dissolves in Brahman. Because there is nothing but Brahman that exists and we are all mixed up. But then how does it happen? So that is why there are things. So I want to recollect this very, little bit sometimes very tricky or statements. Upadana karana and nimitta karana, they call it. So for anything to be made, so for example, a real example is you want to make pots from the clay. Clay is upadana karana. How does the pots come? Nimitta karana, the potter that makes them. Similarly, the jewelry. So what is the upadana karana? Gold. Who makes it? The goldsmith. That is the nimitta karana. But in the universe, it is interesting. The upadana karana and nimitta karana are the same. So the God created, as a beautifully said, God created and He entered every particle of the universe. This is the greatest example you can see is Prahlada, when his father Hiranyakashipu says, hey, you talk about your Lord Vishnu. Vishnu means all pervading. You say every place, where is He? Do you think? Because He may choose any place. Yeah, any place you choose, He's there. Then He chooses the pillar and He manifests from there. That means the scriptures say, even Swami said that at the same time, He had to be there in every place in the universe because we don't know where He's going to ask you to hit. It could be a pillar or it could be another statue or some other place. So that means to show that He is the all-pervading reality in everything. So that is where the difference between Upadana and Nimitta Karana, Swami said. And then we also talk about the divine will and our human will. Ultimately saying there is only one will, that is divine will. But as long as we have body consciousness, we think we have a will. That is why we say Swami himself said, Yatna prayatnam manava dharmam. Effort and sincere effort is our duty. Ultimately, everything depends upon the God. But really, even that is ultimately decided by God. We talked about a couple of stories last time that some people will say, "Hey, Lord, thine will be done." How? If it is according to my will. If it is, goes along the way I want, then thine will be done. Otherwise, my will. There are a lot of people, that is why Swami says, make up their decisions beforehand and then they leave it to God. And then there is the thing, people who believe, I believe in self-effort, they go all the way. We talked about the story where that happens. And some people say, no, God will take care of me. I don't need to worry about. So when time comes, they will. Actually, there's a beautiful story of Swami Vivekananda. Once was going in train, was very hungry, and he says there is nobody to give food, and it's not available. He didn't have any money, and he says, "Mother, so you say I'm your child. You take care." And then that particular station where it stopped, there is a man who comes and offers the food to Swami Vivekananda. He was wondering, my God, how? He says, mother came in his dream and told there is a monk, he is going to come, so meet him and give. How? You completely dependent on God, how he takes care. But till we don't have that complete conviction, we need to go on doing the effort. And third is the ultimate thing where what all exists is divine will, because it happens only by, even we said, not even a blade of grass moves without God's will. Not even an ant will bite without God's will. So that is the ultimate truth. When you realize that, whatever happens, you take as his gift. So that is why I told somebody was beaten up, a monk was beaten up, and then after a while somebody came and saved him and revived him and nourished him. And then his brother monks came and saw the whole scene. They said, who beat you? I said, Lord Rama beat me. And who saved you? Lord Rama saved me. Now who is talking? Lord Rama. So everything is, even the person who is beating and the person who is saving, everything is the same divine. Actually, there is a great saint. You should read the story of a beautiful saint called Ram Das of Kanangad. He is South Indian saint. So one time, so he's such a man, he never, he was in the ashram, even now I think there is ashram, I think it's called Anand Ashram. So he was there, and then thieves came and stole whatever stuff he had. So he said it's okay. So his disciples were upset, they wanted to get. Then after 2 days, that guy changed mind, he brought back and put everything back. Then somebody was asking, who took away your stuff? Rama took it away. Who brought it back? Rama brought it back. So everything they see the play of Lord. So these are the two important concepts we discussed last time. One is Upadana Karana, Nimitta Karana. Another is divine will, human will, and our effort. Today we are going to start on different books, different thing. Page 35 in PDF. In my book it is 50. In some books it's 35. But it is the Sutra 7. It starts with the section called Correct Vision Reveals Unity in Diversity. That's where we'll start. Go ahead, Venkat.
Correct vision reveals unity in diversity. This wondrous mystery is beyond one's grasp. The intelligence cannot unravel it. With distorted vision, one sees only the name form and the appearance. One is deluded into confusion. One is tossed by the likes and dislikes, pleasure and pain, elation and depression. One is aware only of the unreal many parading diverse names and forms. Correct vision makes one see the one in many. It reveals unity in diversity and confers supreme delight. For one becomes aware of the one immanent in the multiplicity, the supreme truth. Liberation is the realization of this awareness. This achievement of Brahmahood, each and every living being has to attain this consummation, this goal the Brahman. That is its true destination. Someday or the other, the urge to win release from the shackles of grief and joy and the bonds of I and mine will awaken and emerge. The path that is taken then inevitably leads to freedom, moksha. Seeking that path is the sign of the intelligent person. Instead of this search, when one considers the objective world as all important and feels drawn towards its charm, life is barren and of no consequence. Nature is the embodiment of matter. One must be drawn to the person who designed the principle that underlies nature, the embodying process. What benefit can a destitute gain if he seeks another destitute? How can a bound person be released from bonds by another who is also bound? The bound person who relies on one who is not bound can get rid of the bonds and move freely. So here is where what Dr. Reddy mentioned about Upadana Karana and Nimitta Karana, and why it is important for us as spiritual seekers to understand that in the divine both are the same. That happens only with the divine, only with Brahman. Both Upadana Karana and Nimitta Karana are one and the same. And here Swami says one must be drawn to the person who designed the principle, the Nimitta Karana, that underlies nature, the embodying process. What benefit can a destitute gain if he seeks another destitute? So don't stop with just the Upadana Karana and appreciate its beauty, for it has no beauty other than the Nimitta Karana behind it.
Thank you, Venkat. That is important. So, whole thing is most of the times we are drawn to the creation. All the focus we can see from morning to evening is on the creation. But we need to think about the creator. Who is the one who is responsible for everything we see? That is what he says. Otherwise, you are also looking at the other part of the creation. They cannot help you because they are not the all-knowing, whereas God is omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, He is all-knowing. So you should go to Him. Like in a tree, one branch cannot support another branch, but the roots are the one which support. Similarly, God is the root, so we should focus on the creation. For that, how do you focus? For that, the important thing is, Swami said, there are two words he used. Kudarshana, Sudarshana. Kudarshana means bad vision, not right vision. Sudarshana means correct vision. We all need to do the Sudarshana. People talk about Sudarshana Homam and the Sudarshana Chakra for Lord Vishnu. Sudarshana is nothing but seeing the way it is. Because we identify with the discus, yes, that is a powerful instrument to get rid of the evil. But real Sudarshana is to see the way it is. What is it? There is only one thing exists, that is God. Swami said it in a beautiful poem, in Telugu poem. I will tell for people who know Telugu, they will like it. Swami says, Yeddi kaladanu chuntimo adi ledu. What you think it exists, it doesn't exist. Yeddi ledanu chuntimo adi kaladu. What you say it doesn't exist, exists. ఉన్నదొక్కటే సత్యంబు ఎన్నిటికిని లేనిదయ్యను విశ్వంబు కానరాయ. There's only one thing exists, that is God. But even though it doesn't exist, this whole world is the like projection of snake over the rope. This all looks like, ultimately, let us do, we all think, what is this philosophical thing? Why Swami is going to that? It is good to do the good deeds, like we do the charities, we do pujas, we do yajnas, yagas. They're all good karma. For that, we will get good benefits and we may even go to heavens, they say. But that is not the end of it. Again, once you finish your good karma, chine punye matya loke vishan. That is what Lord Krishna says. Once you finish again their time, you'll come down, like you go to a nice vacation time. You go to Paris or you go to Italy, finish your money time, then you come back. So it is like that heavens. But you want to go to a state where completely you got rid of the cycle of birth and death. For that, the only way we can do it, very clear, all Brahma Vidya. Adhyatma Vidya, where you can have visions. So otherwise we have to go on repeating the cycle of birth again and again, again, again. Again you are born, again go to school, beaten up by the teachers, again take exams, again look for job, again get married, again die, again go. This will go on. If you are somebody is enjoying, you can do that. We all know that it is not that enjoyable, a lot of pain and misery. So you once for all, that is why this is called, Swami is saying, moksha. What is moksha? Freedom. Moha Jaya is moksha. Once you get rid of that delusion, that's the name itself is there, moksha. Moha Jaya is moksha. So that is what you get, that liberation. Liberation from what? Bondage. For that, we need to get the Sudarshana. So sometimes we can do by practice, develop the right vision, see only God everywhere. That's not easy. But you need to pray to God sincerely, then He will give the Sudarshana to you. Like that in the case of Arjuna, in the time of war. So Lord Krishna says, Dadami Divya Chachu. I am going to give you this special divine sight, Divya Chachu. Then he sees everything, cosmic vision of Lord Krishna, everything is there in him. So everything he could see. But at the same time, there were so many people present in the war, they could not. Are you having any problem with transmission, Chiranjeevi, or because you are looking? No problem, good. So because you are looking at each, I want to make sure. Just yeah, just if you say, yeah, just tell me, no problems. We are all families, so we can. The main thing is we want people to hear what we are discussing. We don't want to waste their valuable time. So so you need to have this correct vision. What is how do you develop this correct vision? By gift of God. God will give you Divyachechu. The way Arjuna, these other. At the same time, there are so many people there, even among Pandavas, they didn't have that vision. So that means it's a special gift of God where we can experience that seeing in every moment, every atom can permeate it. Then you can feel after a while, when you're walking, you'll see the trees, you'll feel that God is there. You see the animals, cats, dogs, everything. You yourself will feel there is nothing but divinity exists. That is the thing. For that, two important things. Our vision cannot be outward. Here Swami says, is like blind leading the blind. You should go inward. Always outward mind can never reveal that. Actually, the Kathopanishad says that Yama tells Nachiketa, a real hero is the one who looks inward, not outward. So here, this is the where he talks about Pashu. No, I think is the next one, right? Yeah. So anything, wherever you look outside, then that is the one which causes you confusion. So you need to look inward. That is what the things. That is why even Lalita Sahasranam, one of the my favorite is Antarmukha Samaradhya Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. That means she is easily Antarmukha. She is easily, you can experience her. Bahirmukha Sudurlabha, very difficult. You do all these things, they are nice, other rituals or whatever it is, but it is difficult. Sudurlabha, not Durlabha means difficult. Sudurlabha means very, very difficult. Whereas Antam easily to go inward. So Kathopanishad, Lalita Sahasranam, everybody, even Swami emphasizes Lord Krishna turn the vision inside. Then you see that oneness. That is abhibhaktancha bhuteshu vibhaktancha bhavati. So this is very, very important to develop, and this is a practice we need to develop. Okay, go ahead. Saira.